leg day at Elite. And do you think it was a good one? All right, I will laugh only because I cannot wait for you to see how little I did for quads, and that's what they look like. So it goes to show you that effort trumps everything. And that when you have a strong body part, lean into it and don't waste a ton of volume on it, because you can actually accolade that to other body parts that need it. So today, Thursday, it's Elite. Chad's got to come out and film this, and I'm so stoked he's on camera. I've been just clicking so well with training. It is now 17 days post-show, and my body feels incredible. I am on a ton of food. My cardio is pulled back to 30 minutes, 5 days a week, and all the fat burners are out, all the super supplements are out. Like, I'm just in a great spot. I'm allowing food and training to be the driving ship for growth. And we'll do this until my off week, and that'll fall somewhere in between 6 and 8 weeks total. So you figure I might have 4 to 6 weeks left, or technically 3.5 to 5.5 weeks left before I'll take a full off week from all training and all lifting and all cardio. So the goal there of that week will just be fully off. But until then, we slowly ramp intensity, we increase food, and we allow my body to grow at will. So one thing I want to touch on here before we get started and you start seeing the training clips is Chad said he wasn't going to be able to get here till 11:15, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to get there a little bit early, and I'm going to do some donkey calf raises and some tibia raise. And that's simply just to make sure my ankle mobility is good. And as I promised you guys, like, I'm going to do a little bit more calves this year, only to ensure knee health. I didn't have any knee issues this whole last prep, and I just want to make sure that stays that way. So I'm going to increase my calf frequency by 1 to 2 sessions per week, so a total of 2 to 3 sessions. So I got in here, I did 3 rounds of donkey calf raises and anterior tib raises that he did not get on camera. And the funny thing is, like, he actually showed up, and I was like, he's like, do me a film this? I'm like, no, it's super boring. No one wants to watch calves and tibia. So 3 sets there. I was doing 10 to 15 reps on the calf raise, and I was doing 20 to 25 reps on the tibia raise before what you'll see me get into next. All right, exercise 1 in rotation is gonna be the lying leg curl. I did 2 sets of 15 just to get some blood in there, and then just like I did last week on the seated leg curl, I did 2 hard sets of 20. These weren't to failure, but they were hard sets of 20. And that's what you see me do here on the first set. I had 80 pounds on there, and then I rested 90 seconds, put 100 pounds on there, did another 20. And with this, like, it was just so much blood. It was just so much pump. Like, on the second set of 20, I barely got after the 19th, it was like 19 and like 3/4. So I nailed the weight perfectly. Then I rested another 90 seconds, went up to 120 pounds, and Chaz, this is one of the ones that Chaz got on camera. I'm doing 6 reps, so I take the reps down to 6, but pay attention to how slow this negative is and how I pause in the bottom position. I'm not saying I pause every time. My memory says yes, but we'll watch the game film and see if it was confirmed. My goal was to pause for a slight split second, but 6 total reps. I did 2 sets there. On the second set, which he did not film, I went up to 140, and then I added on 6 additional super slow partials. So 6 full, 6 partial, and that felt just absolutely wild for my hamstrings. That's all I did for hamstrings all day. Next up, adductor. I did 2 full sets of 15 until I had 170 pounds on the stack, and I'd never had that much on there for anything north of 15. So I told Chad, I was like, I'm gonna get 20 plus on back-to-back sets with 170. And that's exactly what I did here. I think I got, if my memory's right, like 22 and a half. I rested 90 seconds and then got 19 and a half, and I did finish the second partial with my hand assistant. So I did a 4 rep to get to 20. So beyond thrilled with that. My goal this off season, once I get into full tilt strength, is I want to be able to hit this stack, which is 190 for 25 reps. And I know in my heart, if I can do that, my legs are going to be even thicker than they are now. So goal for the off season there for you guys to track. All right, now on to some glutes. And this is going to be a priority that you'll see me keep in this program and do every week. I've done it every week so far post-show. I do 1 plate for 10, 10. I do 2 plates for 10 and 10. And what you'll see here is I'm doing 10 calves glute bridge, so shortened contraction only, and I go right into a full explosive glute bridge for an additional 10, so 20 total reps. Then for the work set here, 315. Last week I did 295. The week before I did 275. So again, just slowly going up in weight. So 315, I hammered all 20. So guess what that means? I'll go to 335 next week and mirrors the exact same set. All right, now we're getting into some quads. Do the John Meadows warm up here. So start with 50 pounds on the cable and then just do 15 reps. Go to 70, do 15. Go to 90, do 6. Go to 110, do 6. Go to 130, do 4. Go to 150, do 3. And this has me just absolutely cooked, like right out of the gate, like no warm-ups, just straight into the fire. One round there before I go into the money maker of the day. All right, here we go, guys. 6 plates on the leg press, superset with 5 plates on the hack squat. My goal here is just to be uber controlling this leg press, own the reps, get good and deep. So my range of motion I'm thrilled with, or at least I felt like I was good. We'll see what the game film says. 10 reps. Again, this is not to failure. This is just 10 good, clean reps. Then I'm gonna stand up, walk over, go to the hack squat, and then I'm gonna bury these and get 10 clean reps again. This is not to failure. You don't see me, I don't even think I shake my elbows. So you can see here, like these are just good, hard sets, and the cumulative fatigue and pump that I built off of these 3 sets of quads is wild. Now for the back off, I stripped to 3 and 3. I moved my feet to a narrow V stance and just tried to sink these beyond deep and really push hard into knee flexion. So I want you guys to pay attention when Chance swings the camera to the side on the leg press. Look at my knees and where they're tracking towards my toes. Like if you want to hit quads and specifically quad sweep, this is what you have to do. And that's one of the reasons why I really believe in my heart my legs look the way they do, is I've put a priority on ankle mobility and being able to get deep on my squats, and then now my leg press. So 10 reps there. Then go over to the hack squat, and I'm gonna do Tom Platz hack, feet low on the platform, V stance, sink them deep, up on my toes at the bottom, and then press up through my heels after I'm about halfway up. So 10 reps there, and I'm just trying to pump like a piston. If you can hear me audibly yelling, it's because the pump there was just awful. I know those don't look hard in terms of my effort, but in terms of pump producing and lactic acid, it's just wild, right? Because it's constant tension. It's no loss of pause. I don't get off the muscle whatsoever, and I'm just cooking that quadding, specifically the quad sweep. So, you know, when I was looking over my photos, I sent them to Chris Schaub, and I said, what do you think of my lower body, man? Like, I know my quads are good. He goes, I think you could get some more quad sweep on there. And I told him, I was like, okay, that is now in my head, and that is gonna be a mission, right? Because in the grand scheme of life, when I'm assessing my physique or anyone's, there's some muscles that you can't have too much of, right? And quad sweep is one, lats is another, and then side/rear delts. Because think about it, right? The wider I'm at my shoulders, the wider I'm at my quads, the wider I'm at my lats, no matter if my waist grows or shrinks, it's gonna look smaller, right? So my goal was always maintain my waist size while blowing out delts, quad sweep, and lats. I continue to do that. It's gonna create an even more dramatic X-frame than I have right now. And that's something to me that bodybuilding is, right? Like wild X-frame, that's what I chase, that's what I wanna look like. So quad sweep, Chris Schaub, this is for you. When he comes in to train legs, I'm going to literally put him through the session of his life, and I cannot wait because we always have a great time training together, and that's the one body part him and I have never trained together is lower body. So until next time, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. This is going to be a typical type leg day. The next time we film legs, most likely I'll show you the alternate B workouts that I've been doing for legs. But until then, like, share, subscribe. Chris CB, we appreciate the support.